Free Your Mind, Part 2. Allow me to give you a scenario. It's a house party. You got invited by a couple of your friends, maybe from work, maybe from school, maybe from any situation that you would like. You arrive to the house party and the music is just right. You've walked in, there's a lot going on. Everybody seems to be drinking. In that moment, you have a thought that goes through your mind. Do I want to partake of this? Say you do. And now you're really in it. You're loose. It's fun. And somebody has now caught your attention. This person moves over, or you move over. Of course, in that moment, did you make a decision to move over there? Did they make a decision to come see you? Anyway, you're talking. The vibe is right. The conversation is flowing. They're making you laugh. You're making them laugh. As things are going on, it gets kind of loud. The music is bumping a little higher. And you two decide somehow, or you suggest, or she suggests, or he suggests, whoever suggests, hey, let's move over here. Say it's the patio, and there's a bunch of couches set up and things like that. So you're now sitting out there, and there's a group of other people sitting out there. And you've gotten to meet a couple of them through the party. Everybody's really cool, really accepting, really wild. And one of them is like, hey, you know what? I've got this. And they bring something out of their pocket. And they're like, hey, who wants some? In that moment, what goes through your mind? Say people start raising their hands one by one. Now, the person that you have had the most interest in either raises their hand or doesn't raise their hand. In that moment, what goes through your mind if they raise their hand? What goes through your mind if they don't raise their hand? How do you feel about it? What consequence does that carry? She raises her hand. You decide not to. In that moment, what do you fear? Or what becomes your concern? Is there any concern at all? And if there is, what does it stem from? Was there an expectation for you to partake? Did you put that expectation on yourself? Or was it given to you by the people around you? Verbally or non-verbally? Say you do raise your hand. Now you've all partaken. Now you're really getting it. Now it's wild. Everybody's bumping. The music turns again. Now it's that song everybody knows. You hit the dance floor. They hit it with you. Chemistry is right. In that moment, maybe another thought comes to mind. And maybe you suspect that that thought has come to their mind as well. You find yourself in a room, a little bit more private. It's a room in the house, or maybe it's towards your car. Did you find yourself there, or did you purposefully move there? Did she take you there? Did he take you there? Did people encourage you to go there? In that moment, another thought has probably crossed your mind. Now, in that moment, has this been influenced by a scene that you've typically seen in movies and that has typically been described to you by other people? Is your heart rate up? Is your hands kind of sweating a little bit? Are your thoughts racing? Probably so, but would you say that you're confused in that moment? Most likely not. You have in mind something that you want to accomplish, or they have in mind something that they want to accomplish. In that moment, you have a choice to go along or to not. Now, what I'm talking about here is not about levels of inebriation. I'm not talking about being blackout drunk. I'm talking about the initials. I mean, this is early in the party still. This is when the buzz phase is going on. Perhaps you have mixed with something. Perhaps you did not. My goal by describing this scenario to you is possibly to see it from the way that I see it. In the sense that in each and every circumstance, something that you see visually or hear applies a small level of pressure, doesn't it? Pressure, which leads to a choice, which you can take or not take. And each thing subsequently leads to the other. When you view everything like that, when you accept that that is real and that's what's going on, I promise you, it will change your life. It will make you realize things in ways that you didn't realize it before. Now, this does require you to be in the right state of mind. It does require you to activate your mind and to literally make yourself very aware of every little thing going on around you. But even that is a choice. Because from the moment that you were invited to that party, a conversation probably went down within you or with other people. Oh man, I wonder what the party's going to be like. So-and-so's probably going to be there. Man, maybe this might go on. Maybe that might happen. Maybe this might happen. So on and so forth. At every moment when you are faced with a choice, if you truly and honestly decide to do what is best for you, and in light of how it may affect others, it will change your perception of things dramatically. Dramatically. Even though we all lead different lives, and even though we all come from different backgrounds, do we not face similar situations? Do we not face similar choices? Whether your background was terrible, horrendous, or whether it was a silver spoon, it doesn't change the situation that you are presented with. Now, of course, I'm not talking about more extreme situations. I'm talking quite literally about the situations that tend to happen to most of us. A house party, going clubbing, work friends, social media friends, things like that. That's what I'm talking about. Can you have grown up in a bad neighborhood and it affected your outlook on life? Yes. But in each and every moment, did it not come down to a choice? Did you have to be a part of that game? Did you have to experiment with that drug? Did you have to date that person? Did you have to have sex with that person? Did you think about all of these things, or did you just do? Because it was what you expected from yourself? Because it was what society expected from you? Is it because the situation was right? All of these things matter. So I challenge you to free your mind. The universe doesn't smelt people together. You may find yourself in a random situation, but you can choose how you react to it. In life, in general, you can't pick what happens to you, but you can pick how you react to it. You can also pick, in general, if you're a free-minded individual, if you're an adult, and you're not forced to go anywhere, and everything is if you're independent, basically is what I'm saying. For the most part, you choose the situations that you're going to find yourself in. I want to go to that late party on the bad side of town. I want to go to the late party on the good side of town. It doesn't make a difference. The situation that you picked for yourself because of the perceived benefit is what I'm getting at. I'll leave you with that today. Free your mind. Realize that the people around you and that you yourself are not only a finished product, but a work in progress. Things are constantly happening to make you go somewhere, but things have also happened to you to bring you there. And you've made certain decisions that affected other decisions. If you chose not to partake when others around you were partaking, did you feel like an outcast? Did you feel different? Is that because anybody said anything to you? Is that because anybody looked a certain way at you? Or is that things that you imposed upon yourself? Good day.